Hello there, it's Alan. I thought I would make a video about how YouTube, like how that has been intertwined with my transition, just because it's on my mind right now and I feel like it. So, as with a lot of other people, YouTube has made a really big difference in my transition process and in my thinking about transition, my decision to transition. So, I've been watching YouTube videos by trans guys for, I don't know, maybe around 9 or 10 years, something like that. And it was really a huge way, maybe the main way that I learned about transition, learned about what it meant and what it involved, and learned about all the physical stuff. And so that makes me really thankful for the trans community on YouTube. Um, And it's also been really valuable as a way to have a community, like have people to bounce ideas around with and to get advice from and to give advice to and to feel like I'm not alone. YouTube has been genuinely huge in those ways, and I'm just so thankful for it. I mean, I've actually made like literal friends from YouTube. I've met some people, not that many people, but a couple or a few from YouTube, and that has been really cool. I mean, like Forrest. I've met up with Forrest several times, and I took care of him after he had his top surgery, and that was a really meaningful experience. So that's one example. Um, and I've found it really satisfying to make videos because making videos has really helped me think through my own feelings about transition, whether before transition or after starting transition. It's been kind of therapeutic, and it's also satisfying to help other people or get other people to think about things that they might not have thought about before. I'm a teacher, so that is something that I just find inherently appealing and satisfying. Um, yeah, so I'm really glad that I've been able to do that. Uh, and now, on the other hand, YouTube has been interesting in that I felt really conflicted about it for a while before I decided to transition. Because, like, as I've said many times before, there were years before I decided to transition when I was just like obsessing about it and deliberating about it and going back and forth about it and driving myself crazy about it for so long. And as I've said before, I would doubt myself, second guess myself. I would wonder if maybe I was actually not trans, and I was obsessing about trans guys because I had some kind of body issues, like dissatisfaction with my body, or I had been like mentally twisted by something in culture or society or patriarchy that made me find female to male transition to be really fascinating and sort of tempting. Um, so I second guess myself a lot. It exhausts me to even think about it. That was not a fun period of my life. Um, I really am trans. I was not making it up. I was not being like subconsciously manipulated by something in culture. It's a real thing, and I actually do feel way better now that I've transitioned. But anyway, I was doubting myself. And there were at least a couple of times when I went through my list of YouTube subscriptions and I deleted a bunch of subscriptions so that I would not go to YouTube and see all these guys' videos pop up. I thought I was spending way too much time watching these videos and that it was kind of driving me crazy, and that it was making me more dissatisfied with my body than I should be. Um, and I guess the thought of transition kind of scared me a lot, and I just wanted to get away from that. So, yeah, I had this conflicted relationship with YouTube where sometimes I would stay up late at night watching videos. I would watch videos when I should be working, um, all kinds of stuff like that. It was like really consuming, and that made me uncomfortable sometimes. So, yeah, like I said, I would like dump a bunch of subscriptions a couple times. But I always ended up back doing the same thing, watching a lot of trans guys' videos on YouTube. And I would like resubscribe to to certain people after dumping the subscription. Um, yeah, I just realized that might not be clear. I'm talking about getting rid of my subscriptions to other people's videos. I'm not talking about somehow getting rid of people subscribing to my videos. Um, anyway, um, so around the time when I decided to go on T, like the final round of when like the final time I went through this cycle of getting super into all the trans stuff and watching videos and considering transition, and then that time I actually did decide to transition. So at that point when I was just like on the verge of deciding to transition, I thought, you know, I mean, maybe if you watch trans guys YouTube videos for a few weeks and then give it up and then you never go back to it, maybe you're not trans. But if you do that and keep going back to watching the videos and having these powerful internal responses, like emotional responses to them, and feel envious and like think about it all the time and watch videos so much for like 8 years or something, maybe that means something. So, the fact that I spent so much time over so many years watching people's YouTube videos and thinking about it so much, feeling so much in relation to it, I eventually that was eventually a sign for me that if I were not actually trans, I probably wouldn't have done that. And doing that probably is something that signifies that I'm actually trans. So, yeah, and it's also interesting seeing other YouTubers, ones who have not decided to transition yet, who are questioning or something like that, and um, it totally reminds me of myself. And I just want to say to them or to my old self, like, well, I should just say I would want to say to my old self because other people are not carbon copies of me. They're different. Who knows what is going on with other people? I can only speak for myself. But seeing these YouTubers who are questioning or like it really seems like they want to transition but they haven't transitioned yet, I just want to say to my old self like really? Like you're doing videos and watching videos for like hours all the time. Like, do you really think that doesn't mean something? I mean, yeah, people can explore and they might decide not to transition. Maybe they genuinely are genderqueer and don't want to transition. I mean, yeah, that's valid. That totally happens. But um, I don't know. I just think of myself being so focused on trans guys who are on T and like watching their videos month to month with the physical changes and like being glued to that and re-watching them. I think that means something. That's kind of an indication. So, yeah. So YouTube has just been a vehicle that has made me observe these things, which is kind of cool and interesting. Um, But at any rate, I guess the bottom line here is I'm really thankful for YouTube, and I'm really thankful for everybody who has made videos, and I'm thankful for everybody who has shared their thoughts on my channel. So, yeah, I'm just glad that we have it. So, I guess that's about it. Thank you for watching. Bye.